Moving right along, Madam Clerk, would you please read and place before the body docket 0607?
Thank you. Docket 0607, Councilors Mejia and Arroyo offer the following resolution, calling on federal government to cancel all student debt.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, the chair now recognizes the at-large counsel from Dorchester, Councilor Mejia. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to Councilor Arroyo and his staff for co-sponsoring this resolution. Since we got into office, we have had the pleasure of working alongside Zero Debt Massachusetts, an advocacy organization with the mission of eliminating student debt. We held a hearing late last year on the need to eliminate student debt because we have known for years just how much of a burden this debt really is. Every single person in our office is working off their student loan debt as we speak. And student debt is one of the only kinds of debt that stays with you even after you declare bankruptcy. We learned during our hearing that Massachusetts has 855,000 student borrowers with a combined $33 billion in student debts. Let that sink in. This debt is such a burden that residents in Boston can barely afford to live here. We clearly have to do something. With a new federal administration comes opportunities to explore student debt relief. President Biden has in the past considered eliminating at least some sort of student debt. We are calling him now to go further and to commit eliminating all student debt within his first 100 days in office. This will lift a major economic burden off of thousands of Boston residents and will pave the way for greater economic empowerment and opportunity for the people of all ages. From current students to grandmas and grandpas who are helping pay off their family loans. This is such an important action and we can support it. We ask that we suspend the rules and pass this resolution so that the city of Boston, with all its colleges and universities, send a message to the federal government that we need action. And I also want to give a shout out to Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, who has been leading this conversation on the federal level, and our previous colleague on the council, Councilor Janey, who filed this resolution with us last year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chair now Thank you very much. The chair now recognizes the district council from Hyde Park. Councilor Arroyo, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I just want to thank Zero Debt Massachusetts for their leadership on this, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley for her leadership on this, Senator Elizabeth Warren for her leadership on this, and I look forward to seeing real action taken on this. For those who are burdened with student loan debt, the impact that it has on their lives is total. It impacts whether they can afford to live independently, own a vehicle, start a family. It is keeping millions of Americans from entering into the middle class. And it is especially harmful to people of color and the socioeconomically disadvantaged who systematically have been burdened economically or have historically been excluded from economic opportunities and generational wealth. And so these are the kinds of wide sweeping actions that not only help lives, there was unfortunately the data on suicide for folks who are burdened with these kinds of debt totals is tragic. These are the kinds of things that not only save lives, but help move our economy. Money that is saved from student debt doesn't just disappear into the ether. Those folks start to purchase vehicles, start to purchase homes, start to have families, and they start to contribute to our economy in different ways. And so this is something that is good for people, good for the economy, and good for our country. And I hope to see that move forward where we are seriously talking about the cancellation of student debt so that folks who made the steps to move forward and contribute to public service or to this country educationally with their backgrounds are able to move forward in a way that allows them to fully tap into our systems. So thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Councilor Mejia, and to Zero Debt Mass for their leadership on this, and to Mayor Janey for her former leadership on this as well.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion on docket 0607? Seeing none, would any councilors wish to add their name as a co-sponsor on docket 0607? Madam Clerk, please add Councilor Flynn, Councilor Bach, Councilor Asabi George, Councilor Braden, Councilor Wu, Councilor Campbell. Please add the chair's name. And I'm sorry, I assume Councilors Mejia and Arroyo, you're seeking suspension of the rules, or would you like this remanded to a committee? Yes, so Councilors Mejia and Arroyo are seeking suspension of the rules and adoption of this resolution.
Apologies, President Pro Temp, my camera was off.
Apologies, Madam Clerk. Please also add Councilor Lydia Edwards. And would you, seeing no objections to the suspension of the rules, would you please call the roll on the adoption of docket 0607? You are muted, Madam Clerk.
Sorry about
Quite
that.
all right, quite all right.
Docket 0607, Councilor Arroyo.
Yes.
Councilor Arroyo, yes. Councilor Baker.
Aye.
Aye. Councilor Bach.
Yes.
Councilor, yes. Councilor Braden.
Yes.
Councilor Braden, yes. Councilor Campbell.
Yes.
Councilor Campbell, yes. Councilor Edwards.
Yes.
Councilor Edwards, yes. Councilor Asabi George.
Yes.
Councilor Asabi George, yes. Councilor Flaherty. Councilor Flaherty. Councilor Flynn.
Yes.
Councilor Flynn, yes. Councilor Mejia.
Yes.
Councilor Mejia, yes. Councilor O'Malley.
Yes.
Councilor O'Malley, yes. And Councilor Wu.
Yes.
Councilor Wu, yes. Mr. President, docket 0607 has been adopted.